Welcome back to Chokitable Media. Free Nnamdi Kanu protests or organization being put together by Omoyele Sowore is still going on. Planning is on the way and it is loading. So, Omoyele Sowore visited the Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation in Abuja today to strategize on the upcoming nationwide protests and strengthening the regional solidarity for justice and freedom. Omoyele Sowore is moving around. In fact, he was invited also by the police. In short, the rumor had it that Omoyele Sowore might be arrested even before the protests come up on Monday, 28th. But we don't pray for that he got arrested, because they're actually not doing anything wrong. Rather than to call the attention of the government and to call the attention of the people of the world to note what is going on in Nigeria and to ask people in power to try to do justice and release Nnamdi Kanu, in which I'm also very, very supportive of the idea that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. So, at the office of the leader of the Niger Delta Progressive Youth Leadership Foundation in Abuja, let's hear what Omoyele Sowore discussed over there with their president.
Just who were slaves. Nobody could capture the job as a slave, even during the time was going to talk. So they have to go over Jola to go and carry the slaves, bring them. And you know, the biggest resistance against the white man in this area, they have fully Akasa. Yes. They are graveyard still there. The white man's graveyard. They came to Akasa. They wanted to be dragging our business to join committee German. They have not finished telling the story. So thank you so much. We'll see more. We'll see.
And after this, you will see Omoyele Sowore appearing on the television, the right television, with a Ruto Sime's program called Perspective with Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, which I forgot the name right now. So, Omoyele Sowore on the TV addressing the Arise News this morning regarding the demand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom, emphasizing that Tinubu should discontinue the case due to the absence of a valid case initially. And he said they are actually not begging. The group is actually not begging for pardon for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, rather than asking the president to try to do justice and just release the man unconditionally, because he didn't actually caused any problem before he was arrested and rendited from Kenya down to Nigeria. So, and a lot of courts in Nigeria have cleared the man, saying that he didn't commit any offense. So why not release the man? So they're actually not begging for pardon, but asking the man to do justice. Just release this man and let him go and treat himself. So, free Nnamdi Kanu now. The protest will come up on Monday by the special grace of God. And I hope the DSS will not arrest our man, Omoyele Sowore, and I hope they will not disrupt the planned protest right there in Abuja. And we are very hopeful that things are going to go the way it is being organized, peacefully.
Pardon list, while Nnamdi Kanu's name was left out. What does that say about justice, morality, and the government's priorities?
Well, thank you for having me. I am not here to plead for pardon for Nnamdi Kanu. The president pardoned people who were convicted of various degrees of crimes. I don't have any idea how and why he pardoned them, but if you look at the people who are pardoned, you discover that there has been some kind of proximity or relationships that facilitated their pardon, especially when you look at the 53 persons who were pardoned who are drug dealers, and you have a murderer, you see a lot of political influence over the pardon, or maybe business-related influence or linkage. In terms of Nnamdi Kanu was not convicted of a crime. He has been in and out of detention over the last 10 years, simply because he started a radio program known as Radio Biafra, where he began talking about the liberation of the people of the Southeast under Biafra. And that was where his problem started. He was granted bail, left Nigeria, and they went to Kenya, abducted him, an extraordinary rendition him back to Nigeria. The day he was returned to Nigeria, I was in court at the Federal High Court. He was brought hooded, beaten, tortured, and they quickly rushed him back to the DSS after he appeared briefly before a judge, before we could even get to the courtroom. But the case has gone all the way to the Supreme Court. The Court of Appeal courageously decided that having been extraordinarily renditioned, there's no way a trial can stand, and they discharged and acquitted him. So the Supreme Court also said that he did not violate his bail. So Nnamdi Kanu, in my view, has not committed any crime that requires him being pardoned by the president. What the president should do, and what we've asked the federal government of Nigeria to do, the Nigerian state to do, is to discontinue this sham trial, because apparently there was no crime, and you can't sustain a trial when there's no crime established. He's been tried under what they call the Terrorism Act, or is it the Terrorism Prevention Act. I've been detained for 45 days under that act before. It is used to suppress people lightly who are opposed to government. Treason is also something I've been subjected to. I was kept in this country for 5 years. What I'm saying basically is that when I see a sham trial, I know it because I get subjected to one at least an average of 3 times per year. So I'm just saying to Nigerians that we should not compare Kanu's situation with those who actually committed crimes. They were tried and sentenced to different prison terms, and then the president decided to pardon them, maybe because some of them are his friends or members of his community, we don't know, but because now they say they are reviewing this particular pardon, which shows to you that there's something wrong with the whole process in the first place. I've also heard that some of the pardon were influenced by corruption. People paid heavily to the officials who are involved to help recommend them for pardon. I don't know what's happening, but we know that this pardon has been put in abeyance as we speak now.
Okay.
But I just want to make it clear once again that I am not here to plead for pardon.
There's a comment online which says, Sowore, just like Dele Faro TB, is a man of valor, and he has been consistent since I began to hear his name. A true son of Yoruba nation. Nature will be kind to you because you are kind to its creation. That is what J.N. Mike wrote on this. Then there's another one from Omo Jagaban. He said, a typical opportunist. I think he's referring to Omoyele Sowore. He needs no funding for campaign in 2027. Igbo are emotionally weak. That is his own opinion, which I quite disagree with. This is Chukitibo Media. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Put on your notification button and put your comment down there in the comment section. See you next time. Join the protest if you can. Bye for now.